Namo Namaha. Continuing with the beautiful and meaningful NitiShatakam shlokas, I will be taking up the last few shlokas of the Vidvatpaddhati. Vidvatpaddhati means the path of the learned. I had explained the previous shlokas of NitiShatakam in my other videos on NitiShatakam. You do not need to know them to relish the shlokas presented in this video, but all the shlokas of NitiShatakam are filled with so much beauty and wisdom that you might not want to miss any of them. So after watching this video, you can definitely watch them. I will leave the link to the playlist in the description. Now let us take up this shloka. I will recite it first and then explain the meaning. Pranaghataan nivrittif paradhanaharane samyamas satyavakyam काले शक्त्या प्रदानं युवति जनकथा मूकभावः परेषां तृष्णास्रोतो विभङ्गो गुरुषु च विनयः सर्वभूतानुकम्पा सामान्यः सर्वशास्त्रेष्वनुपहत विधिः श्रेयसाम् एष पन्थाः. Bhartruhari says, Pranaghatat nivrittihi, which means abstaining from destroying any life. Paradhanaharane samyamaha, meaning restraint from stealing others' money. Satyavakyam, speech filled with truth. Kale shaktya pradhanam, whenever possible, as per one's capacity, doing charity. Pradhanam refers to charity. Paresham yuvati jana katha mooka bhavaha. This is a very nice one. Being silent, mooka bhavaha, when paresham, other people's, yuvati jana katha, in the discussion about young women. So, paresham yuvati jana katha mooka bhavaha means being silent, that is not participating in discussing about the young women of other people. Trishna sroto vibhango, breaking the flow of desire. Guru shucha vinayaha, meaning being humble towards gurus. Sarva bhutanukampa, having compassion towards all beings. Sarva shastreshu anupahata vidhihi. In all scriptures, it is said that these have to be definitely followed. Samanyaha, it is very obvious. Shreyasam esha panthaha, means this is the path of welfare. And it is very obvious. So to summarize, all Shastras speak of these must-have habits to be on the path of welfare, which are abstaining from destroying any life, restraining from stealing others' money, doing charity when possible as per one's ability, not participating in any discussion about other people's women, breaking the flow of desire, being humble with the gurus, and being compassionate towards all living beings. By the way, the members of this channel will get the PDF of word by word meaning, Anvayartha, the name of the chandas in which this verse is composed, and also the bhavartha, the overall meaning, in the form of a PDF. I will recite this shloka once again so that you can recollect the meaning along with the verse. Pranaghataan nivrittif paradhanaharane samyamas satyavakyam kale shaktya pradhanam yuvati janakatha mooka bhavah paresham trishna sroto vibhango gurushu cha vinayas sarva bhutanukampa samanyas sarva shastreshu anupahata vidhi shreyasamesha panthaha. The next shloka is a very beautiful, motivating shloka. I say this to all my students when they start their classes with me. The shloka goes like this. Prarabhyate na khalu vighna bhayena nichaihi prarabhya vighna vihita viramanti madhyaha vignaihi punah punarapi pratihanyamanaha prarabdhamuttama janah na parityajanti. I will reorder the words and some of you might understand the meaning. The first line says, Nichaihi vighna bhayena na prarabhyate khalo. Nicha here refers to the inferior person, that is a person with inferior or low qualities. Vighna bhayena, due to fear of obstacles, na prarabhyate, does not start. So a person with inferior qualities does not even start anything because of fear of facing difficulties on the path. If you take learning Sanskrit for example, then some people don't even attempt, thinking that they might find it difficult to learn. Then Bhartruhari says, madhyaha prarabhya vighna vihitaha viramanti. Madhyaha refers to people with mediocre qualities. What do? They don't hesitate to start like the inferior quality people. The madhya start the work, but vighna vihitaha viramanti. When they face obstacles, they stop their work. Many people do this. Again, if you take the example of learning Sanskrit, then when some people find it difficult to make sentences or to understand the grammar, they immediately give up and stop learning altogether. Then Bhartruhari says, Uttama janaha vignaihi punaha punaha api pratihanyamanaha prarabdham na parityajanti. The Uttama janas, that is people with superior qualities, the best people, vignaihi punaha punaha api pratihanyamanaha. Though they are beaten by obstacles again and again, prarabdham na parityajanti. They do not leave the work they started. So if we take the example of learning Sanskrit, then if a student of the best quality encounters difficulties, that student will still not stop learning. This type of students will find a way to deal with the obstacles and they will learn the language. I just gave an example of learning Sanskrit, but this Subhashita applies to all walks of life. To summarize, people of inferior qualities do not even start a particular task due to fear of facing difficulties. The mediocre people start, but they give up when they face obstacles. And the people with superior qualities never give up on what they start, even if they are hit again and again by obstacles. I will recite the shloka again so that you can recollect the meaning along with the shloka. Prarabhyatena khulu vighna bhayena nichaihi prarabhya vighna vihita viramanti madhyaha vignaih punaf punarapi pratihanyamanaah prarabdhamuttama janah na parityajanti. The last shloka in the Vidvatpaddhati goes like this. Asanto nabhyarthya suhrudapi na yachya krishadhanah priya nyaya vrittir malinamasuphangepyasukaram vipadyuchchaistheyam padamanu vidheyam cha mahatam satam kenodishtam vishamamasidharavratamidam. The context of this shloka is that it explains the rules followed by good people. What are the rules? Asantaha nabhyarthyaha. That is, money should not be borrowed or asked from bad people, meaning from people who are not on the righteous path, people who are cunning, people who misuse their money and power, etc. From such people, money should not be taken. This is one rule of good people. Then, suhrudapi krishadhanaha na yachyaha, meaning even though a person is a very good friend of yours, if he does not have too much money, then you must not ask him to give you money. That is, you should not borrow money from a friend who does not have lot of money, even though he is your very close friend. This is actually being very sensible. The next rule that good people follow is priya nyaya vrittihi. That is, they do a job that they love doing, and it is also a job that is righteous, law abiding. Vrittihi means profession, priya means lovable. So priya vrittihi means lovable profession, priya nyaya vrittihi means lovable and just, that is law abiding profession. The next rule that they follow is malinam asubhangepi asukaram, which means filthy work, malinam, asubhange, during the time of danger for life, api, even during such a time, asukaram, must not be done. That is, even when there is danger for life, filthy acts must not be done. The next rule is very profound. It says, vipadi uchchaistheyam. Vipadi means during difficult times. Uchchaihi means higher state, which means at a higher state of consciousness. Stheyam, one must be stationed. That is, during difficult times, we must stay at a higher level of consciousness. What is higher level of consciousness? Being in a positive state of, say, gratitude or meditative state or state of surrender to the divine. These put us at a higher state of consciousness. The next rule followed by good people is Mahatam padam anuvidheyam. That is, they have the rule that they must follow the footsteps of great people. Then the poet says, Idam vishamam asidhara vratam satam kena uddishtam, which means who advised this very difficult vratam, that is a vow which is called asidhara vratam, to these good people. The poet has put this as a question, which actually means nobody advised these people, these good people, to follow this very difficult vow. But by nature, the good people follow these rules. Now you might get a doubt, what is this asidhara vratam? Asidhara means the edge of a sword. Walking on the edge of a sword requires lot of balance and awareness. It's a very difficult task. Similarly, in life, it is difficult to find the balance. But these good people, by following these rules mentioned, are able to do it. Just to summarize the rules followed by good people. They do not borrow money from unlawful people. They do not borrow money from a person who does not have much for himself. Even though he is their close friend, they choose a profession that they love to do and is also a law-abiding profession. They never do filthy activities even if there is a danger for their life. During difficult times, they keep their consciousness at a higher state and they follow the footsteps of great people. I shall recite the shloka again so that you can recollect the meaning along with the verse. Asanto nabhyarthya suhridapi na yachya krishadhanah priyanyaya vrittir malinamasubhangepya sukaram vipadyucchaistheyam padamanuvidheyam cha mahatam satam kenodishtam vishamamasidhara vratamidam. I hope you enjoyed these verses of Bhartruhari. If you did, then type Bhartruharihi adbhutah kavihi. Bhartruharihi adbhutah kavihi, which means Bhartruhari is a great poet. I give these small phrases for you to type so that you learn the Sanskritam language little by little. By typing, you are reinforcing the sentence in your mind. Also, please do click the like button if you liked this video, and please do share this with many people so that more and more people get to know these wise sayings of Bhartruhari. Agrimed chitre melitasmi. Namo namah.